Hi everyone, this is sort of my first hand at a vlog because I thought I would try and give everyone a glimpse into what has been going on with my work with my horses. Um, it's kind of an unfortunate sort of vlog. For those who don't know, on January 19th, Willow went through colic surgery to repair some blockage in his small intestine. He was in the hospital for 10 days and has been out for about 2 weeks now. He is on 4 weeks of stall rest and about 12 weeks off of work. So, a lot of my work with him is about his rehabilitation right now and about getting him back onto a normal diet and gaining weight. He lost about 60 pounds in the hospital, and my goal is for him to gain about 100 back as he was a little skinny when he went in. He is not able to trot, canter, or do any sort of strenuous exercise while he's recovering because he has an incision through his abdomen. It was a clean surgery, which means that they did not cut into any of the intestines. It was more of an exploratory procedure just to see what was causing the blockage, and there was never any concrete answer as to what caused the colic. There was some thought that the small intestine had a kink in it or that there was a strangulation lesion. So we don't really know what happened. It just seemed to be a bit of a glitch in his biology, and I'm just very grateful that he is still alive and still here. It's a lot to ask an 18-year-old horse to go under surgery, and I'm just very delighted to know that he's still here with us. He is in very good spirits almost every single day. His personality is just shining through. He has a lot of energy, but is being a very good boy about stall rest, and I take him on hand walks, so this is just a bit of a glimpse into that. So starting off, I take him out of his stall and take him out to stretch his legs. You'll see here that I didn't have the halter completely clipped on, so I fixed that, and then we go on our way. He has quite a bit of energy, as I said, so he is always one step ahead of me and is always ready to go. So I usually try and take him into the arena because he's a bit less fresh in there, and today I chose to kind of walk him around and then work on his direction changes at liberty. I trust that he's not going to take off bucking or galloping or anything like that. So I just kind of tie his lead rope around his head, and we do changes at liberty with him following my body and my cues. This was something that I taught him to do over 2 years ago, and it has stuck well with him, and I'm pleased with that. So, just us walking around doing that. I have decided that I don't really want him trotting until his incision is completely healed. So it'll be a little ways before that happens. On February 15th, he is able to be upgraded to a small paddock, which is still supposed to prevent him from running and playing and doing any sort of strenuous activity. So I'm at least excited for him to be able to do that. I know he's going crazy in a stall. So when we're done exercising, I will stretch him out, and I will stretch his back legs up and forward a little bit. And if you look closely, you can see that his back is flexing itself and he's flexing his abs. His abdominal muscles are obviously pretty weak after being cut into. So I've been working a lot on just regaining his ab strength and his top line, as he has a pretty pathetic top line right now. So I do that on both sides. I try to make him hold it for about 10 seconds, and then I stretch the leg back out. And then I will stretch his front legs, and sorry, I kind of block it on the first leg, so I just go around to the second, show you guys. I was been instructed by his farrier and massage therapist to kind of stretch his leg back as far as the shoulder will allow, as he carries quite a bit of stiffness and tension in his shoulders. So I do that. The foot that I'm stretching here is his easiest leg to stretch back. And then on that foot, he struggles with stretching it forward. He has high low heel syndrome, which basically means one foot has a lot of heel and one has basically none. So he struggles with one foot to put it back and struggles with the other to stretch it forward. So nonetheless, it does help to stretch his shoulders out. Gets a lot of that tension out, flexes the muscles, and he does good, although he kind of spooks at the end here. And so I just called it a day due to the wind and everything that was going on. I take him outside to graze after we've done our work in the arena. I will usually palpate the incision site every day just to make sure it's not swollen and there's no leaking. If any sort of fluid is leaking from the site, that means there's an infection in the incision. But truthfully, his incision is healing very, very well. He's had no pain, no swelling. It all went down pretty fast. And here you'll notice on this day, I noticed he had some edema still on his chest area, just a little sack there. But I'm happy to say that since this day it's gone down, but he just had that little lump there for a few days as the fluid and muscles kind of return to their normal state. So I'm palpating that and just kind of figuring that out. And you can see where they had the IV in his neck and they had it sewn in there. So it's a big patch that he's healing up there. And so then we go back up to the barn and I groom him, and he's pretty clean from being in a stall, but I just like to make him look nice and shiny, given that he's a bit of a skinny guy right now and don't want anyone to think I don't care about him. And then I will use a handheld massager that I bought for him a few years ago. It's for people, but it's cheaper that way. And I just work on the areas that I know he carries the most tension and stress, that being in his neck. And right now his hind end is pretty sore. His back's doing pretty good, but his pole, neck, shoulders, and hind end are what need it most right now. And he was doing a lot of yawning on this day, which was awesome. Just, a very, very visual and strong release of tension and stress, and it was very cute. So I include a few clips of it just because I love seeing his cute little yawns. That's the most he's offered since I've been doing the massaging with him. And then I turn him around to his other side, and I just kind of wanted to show, if you study, you can see me flexing his back and his top line. Again, just trying to build that strength back up because he's pretty weak at the moment. I'm doing my part to do what I can for his muscles while he's not able to do any strenuous activity. It's obviously was a lot of stress and trauma on his body to go through surgery and to be in hospital for 10 days. So just doing what we can to make him strong again. And after I'm done grooming and massaging, we move on to feed. I'm giving him about 4 to 5 pounds of Triple Crown Senior per day, given that it is a high-calorie senior feed, very palatable, has pre- and probiotic properties, and I've been told it does wonders for weight, so I've been giving him that, and he's been loving it. I also include 2 scoops of flaxseed, ground flax, and then top that off with some beet pulp shreds. He gets more in the evening. I just feed him less in the morning/early afternoon. And then I soak it in hot water till it rises, because soaking it will definitely help prevent any relapses of colic. And he loves it, and here you can see him chewing away at it.